I'll work on the even ones. You guys will work on the odd ones, okay? So question number 2. We're going to go through these really quick. If there's a question that you have, please stop me, okay? But we're just going to kind of work through them. I have a feeling most of you guys feel pretty comfortable with this, but, you know, obviously there could be some questions, or maybe I mess up somewhere or something like that. So for number 2, you're going to distribute. Okay, I know that the number's in the back, but you could still distribute to the front. Okay, so you have 2z times z, that would be 2z squared. And 2z times 5, that's going to give you a 10z. Thank you. Here. So that's going to give you 10z, and that's it. Okay, you cannot combine those because they are not like terms. Sure, they both have the letter z, but they don't have the same power. Remember, like terms, they have to have the same variables and the same powers. Okay, these have same variables but different powers. So that's number 2. Number 4, like I said, we're just going through this. 2p times p squared minus 6p plus 1. Again, we're going to distribute, okay? And this is like I told you guys, a problem that I saw in the test. A lot of people were not able to do this. Okay, so 2p times p squared, that'd be 2p cubed, because that's a single p with the power of 2p, so they add up. That's 3, minus 12p squared plus 2p. Let me change this color here. I just realized I kept it the same. I'll rewrite the answer right now. So it's 2p cubed minus 12p squared plus 2p. Again, we're not saying this stuff is supposed to be challenging for you. Some of you guys are like probably already on 18. Okay, this is just a quick review because of what they saw. And I hadn't even graded my test, but the other teachers had graded theirs, and they're like, they really need help on these polynomial things. So they said, we're going to give them this.
Okay. Dropped?
Oh, I don't know. You guys don't seem to be doing that bad. They were talking about how bad their stuff was. So I'm hoping you guys will kind of hold it up and we don't have to reteach a whole bunch of stuff. But we'll see. All right, the next one, and then I might skip 8 and move on. But let's see, 3a times negative 3a squared plus 2a minus 7. Again, we're just going to distribute. Okay. I see a lot of people don't, I mean, not that you have to draw these little arrows, but to be honest with you, if you're not good at doing this in your head, then draw them. That way you don't get lost. Notice I know how to do this, but I still draw the arrows because it keeps me, you know, organized, right? This is what I have to do. So 3a times a negative 3a squared, that'd be negative 9a cubed. And then 3a times 2a, that's positive 6a squared. And 3a times negative 7, that's negative 21a. So like I said, we're going to skip 8 just because it's the same like 6. So we'll go to 10. So number 10, that's a 3mn to the 4th plus 6mn to the 4th. And they want us to combine like terms if we have to do it. Notice they share the same variables, and those variables have the same power. So m to the 1st, m to the 1st, n to the 4th, n to the 4th. So they match up perfectly. So just add the numbers in the front. 3 plus 6 is 9. So this would be 9mn to the 4th. Okay, so as long as the variables match up, you should be good. Let's look at number 14, because 12 is just like 10. It just has like a negative and a positive number, so nothing really big. But 14 is good just to help you guys out with reorganization, okay? So they give us this 3r plus 5. I'm going to put a plus with the circle there, 7r plus 3. Now, a lot of people have a hard time adding these things or subtracting them, usually subtracting them. So I'm just going to show you something you can do if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to. But usually what I tell people to do is if you struggle doing the work vertically, just rewrite it 3r plus 5 and then put these in a parentheses, then plus 7r plus 3. You can always write them out horizontally if that helps. Getting rid of the parentheses at this point Now, just so you know I didn't do it, literally do it, but you're supposed to distribute that plus into both terms. But whenever you distribute a positive, it doesn't change anything. Only a negative changes stuff, okay? So that's why everything kind of stays the same. Now, 3r plus 7r, these are like terms, so let me highlight them. And then the 5 and the 3, those are like terms. So I'm just going to combine the like terms. So 3r plus 7r, that's 10r. And then 5 plus 3, that's 8. And that's your answer. You'll get the same answer if you add them vertically, so there's nothing wrong with that. Number 15. Is it that you didn't find anything you could combine?
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. So just really quick, guys, look at number 15. Notice how there's a t to the fourth, a t to the third, there's a t squared, a t to the first, and then just a number. None of those are like terms. So when you try to simplify it, you can't, because none of them are the same. So you just basically write it out, and that's it. Like, that's your answer. Okay? So for number 15, don't freak out if you don't see anything like working for you. Just write it all out, and you'll be okay. Maybe what they might want you to do is at least write it in descending order. So do the fourth power, third power, second power, first power, then the number. That way at least it looks like it's in order, but you don't have to. I'm going to skip 18, but I want to do numbers either 17 or 19. I'll do 19, just so you can see how one of these look like that are vertical, but with the minus in the middle. So these are usually the ones that get people lost. So this is 9p to the fourth plus 5. They have a minus out here. So again, if I were you, just because I knew I was one of those students that when I would try doing it vertically, I'd always mess up. I wouldn't distribute things properly. So I would rewrite this, okay? I would rewrite it like this. That way I could literally draw the arrows and tell myself, like, don't forget to distribute. So that would allow me to rewrite everything with the correct signs. Okay? Because or else you have to remember that you're subtracting, and then if there's like negatives inside of the parentheses, you got to remember like minus a negative and all this other stuff. It can get a little complicated when you do it vertically. So I just prefer writing them horizontally, and then from there doing the work. So 3p to the fourth minus 9p to the fourth, that'd be negative 6p to the fourth. And then a 1 minus 5 will be a negative 4. Remember, these are right here. These are like terms. And then these right here, the 1 and the minus 5, those are like terms. So just combine your like terms. And then that's it. All right, so that's the front side. The back side, we have 6 total problems. So we're going to do... We'll do 3 of them. Why not? So let's do 20, 22, and then 24. So number 20. Like I said, most of you guys, if you're really good at this, you may be following along with me, but you probably already did the even numbers as well, which is fine. You know, we aren't expecting you guys to be like, oh man, this is all brand new. I've never seen it. Okay? So let's distribute. Notice this is just more distribution practice. So you get negative 6m to the third plus, because negative 3 times negative 5 is a positive 15. So plus 15m squared. And then negative 3m times a positive 10 is a negative 30m. So that would be number 20. Let's look at 22. So 22 has a 10x. And a negative 4x squared plus x minus 3. All right, so we're just going to distribute just like we've been doing. So distributing here, there, and the last one will be right there. So 10x times a negative 4x squared is a negative 40x cubed. And then 10x times an x is a positive 10x squared. And 10x times a negative 3 is a negative 30x. Again, I'm hoping you guys are like, this is easy, okay? Hopefully it's not that big a deal. I know that those little weird glitchy things are because you're the fourth class in a row to be using it. Because I know my sixth period, it doesn't do that, but it's rested during lunch. So it's had like 40 minutes or so to just cool off. Now it's like kind of warm. But I guess that's the problem with having a little device. Try to figure out heat. So yeah, sorry about that. Maybe I gotta see if there's a way I can put a little fan on it, or maybe I can. No, I don't know. We'll see. I'll try to figure something out. But here's 24. Last one. 5y times y plus 2 minus y times y minus 3. So you're just basically going to distribute everything and then combine. Okay? So let me move this up. I know it's going to probably do all that weird stuff. Maybe not. But we'll do 5y times y and 5y times 2, and then negative y times y and negative y times negative 3. Okay? So we get 5y squared plus 10y. All right, for the first two, and then negative y squared plus 3y. Now you should be able to see that the 5y squared and the negative y squared, those are like terms. And the positive 10y and the positive 3y, those are like terms. So add your like terms together. 5y squared minus y squared is 4y squared. And then 10y plus 3y, that's positive 13y. And again, we know they have the same letter, and a lot of people like to combine anything that has the same letter, but remember, it has to be the same letter and power attached to that letter. That makes them like terms, not just the fact that they all have y's or x's and stuff, okay? So in this case, you just stop here and you're done with that problem. So yeah, your job is to get 1 through 25 done. If you're not done now, get it done before you leave, okay? You're probably used to not having math homework, so try to make that the case right now by finishing this worksheet, okay? If not, I mean, you'll have math homework to do when you get home. Remember, cross out 26 through 29, okay? We're not doing 26 to 29.